So from the monthly time frame, you are going to know the general direction of the market. So let's say, for example, on the sake of DXY, or on this scenario here, DXY has been consolidating for a long time from the higher time frames. So as you look, let's say if you look at this, you can see clearly that DXY has been consolidating for a long time. It has been ranging between this zone here. You see this zone here. You can just term it as the resistance, and of course it has been ranging between this zone here, and you can term this as support. So in very easy words, DXY has been ranging for the past, let's say, 12 months. I think you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months. The market has been ranging. So we have a consolidating dollar. It gains strength, it weakens. It gains strength, it weakens. See? Now you as a trader, how can this help you? It is going to help you. Let's say if you find that DXY is heading upward, then you are likely to have a strong dollar in other currency pairs. See? Or if you find that DXY is heading downward, then you are likely to have a weak dollar in other currency pairs. See? So now how are you going to know that? We have something called top-down analysis, guys. See, analyzing these charts, starting from the higher time frames, going to the lower time frames. And why are we doing that? From the higher time frames, you are just going to see few candlesticks. But as you go to the lower time, and when we speak about candlesticks, guys, we speak about informations. On the higher time frames, you're going to see very few informations. But as you go to the lower time frames, you are likely to see more informations. And of course, we as traders, you won't just make a financial decision by having the general view of the market. You have to know exactly what is going on now. You see, you have to know exactly what is going on now. So now we start our top-down analysis, but from the monthly time frame, this market is just consolidating. See, this market is just ranging. So let's go to the weekly time frame, and on a weekly time frame, we are likely to see exactly what the market is doing. And this, I think you can see from the weekly time frame that this market has been pushing between this level of support and resistance. You see, support and resistance, support and resistance. And of course, currently DXY is heading downward. See, moving all the way from its resistance, looking for to go to this support. See, that's the general view. But guys, remember, in trading, we don't just consider direction only. We have something called timing. See, the market might be heading down, or the market might have a bearish move, but you find it on the area where it's not a good area for you to take a, let's say, buying trade, and vice versa is true. See, so you as a trader, you must spot out the areas that are likely to offer you something. See, the areas that are likely to offer you something. And of course, you're going to spot out those areas specifically, starting from at least the weekly time frame, marking all the zones that are likely to offer you something. So I've marked mine, but generally, DXY has a bearish rally, moving all the way from that area, maybe heading to this area here. Of course, for those people who are here, when the Iran-Israel war was commencing or was starting, we had a very bullish dollar. You see, that war favors the DXY. You see, so from, let's say, January, February, March, so from this area, March, that's when that war started. We had that very huge bullish rally. But after those announcements, ceasefire announcements, and something like that, we saw a dollar starting its bearish move, you see, losing power, you see. So right now, also, we are still in a very bearish dollar, you see, moving all the way from 100 to almost 90 something, you see, 97. That's a very, very big range on the XY, you see. Now, in order for you to trade, after realizing that the market is just consolidating, but the moment from here up to here, there are many months. And the moment from here up to here, they're almost like 2 months. So you come to realize that the moment from this support to the resistance is a clear bullish movement. It's a clear bullish trend, you see. But for the moment from here, let's say heading downward, that movement is a clear bearish move, you see, or is a clear bearish trend. So we as traders, we do trade market structures. For the market which is heading upward, it has to provide for you or show you clear high highs and high lows. These are bullish characteristics. And for the market which is heading downward, it has to show you clear low lows and low highs. These are bearish characteristics, showing you that the market is dominated by sellers. And for the market which is just ranging, it has to give you clear highs and lows, something like that. See? Now, how are you going to see that? That's the real meaning of doing a top-down analysis. So from the weekly time frame, we just go to the daily time frame. And if you're a day trader, that's where you're going to find those market structures. So from the weekly, we just go to the daily, and on a daily time frame, you are likely to get or to see those market structures. You see, so for the market which was heading upward, it had that very great or very big bullish rally heading upward that way, giving us clear high highs and high lows. You see, giving us clear high highs and high lows, pushing all the way upward in that channel. I think you can see in a very, very clean and clear way. See, clear high, the market fell. So we can term this as clear high, clear low, clear high, high, clear high, low. The market was doing something like that. So I'm terming this market as a bearish market because I think you can see the market felt hold. You see, it started creating for us clear low lows and lower highs. You see, lower lows, maybe the market is pushing to create a little bit of lower high, and then we can proceed pushing down. So as I've told you, knowing or understanding the direction is the one thing, and knowing exactly if that area where the market is the right area for you to buy or sell is another thing. See, let's say, for example, on this area where the market is currently, on this very specific area where the market is currently, even if, let's say, you look at the history behind that, you can agree with me that the market is on the zone where we always see rejections. I think you can see this zone that I'm putting inside there. See, around that area. See, I think you can see clearly. Of course, by the way, my good people, trading is not that hard. The issue is that how can you put all the knowledge that you have together in a very easy and simple way? That's how you will see these markets becoming very simple. You see, you must have something, we call it a strategy. You see, that if I know this and this and this, how can I arrange all these things together and then they make a meaning, and from that meaning I can just make, or I can conclude and make a financial decision. See, so trading is not that hard as people think, but you must know how to analyze these markets technically. You see, so from where the market is, for those people, let's say, looking forward to trade today, from where the market is likely to give us a little bit of a bullish dollar. So that's why, let's say, yesterday and today we see a little bit of a bearish, bullish move. So now, in order for us to know exactly if this market is still heading upward, up to where, we have to know from the 4-hour time frame. So from the daily, as we go to the 4-hour time frame, we have to know where the market is likely to reject. If you look at this in a very close way, this is the area. And once the market touches there, then we are likely to see a little bit of a weak dollar. But right now, the market is pushing that way. Then from there, maybe the market can continue with its bearish rally. But generally, that's what we have. Even if you go to the lower time frames, specifically, let's say 1-hour time frame, and focus on this very specific area, you see, the market had to reject around this area here, the very, very strong zone. But I think you can see the market broke that zone, came back to retest, and then it's heading all the way upward. See, so even if you just go to the 1-hour time frame, I think you can see clearly what I'm talking about. I think you saw me putting this zone here. See, very, 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 very strong zone. The market was rejecting. Once it broke that area, it came back to retest, push it upward. I think you can see that zone has been rejecting for a long time. To broke that area, it came back to retest. So right now we are in a bullish rally. See, this market is pushing.